We can make a broad distinction between two schools of classical thought and communication. The first school sees communication as a way to discover the truth of things. This school started with the famous philosopher Socrates and his student Plato. They put a huge emphasis on the role of discourse and logical argumentation in the communication process. It is called the dialectic method, which is simply put that logical and rational discussion will help us resolve differences by finding out which viewpoint is true. Therefore, man's ability to reason is paramount for a civilization to flourish and advance. Here we have, in a nutshell, the purpose of communication: to express and critically weigh the value of ideas, and eventually to discard or perfect them in correlation with their objective worth. As models go, this one is obviously quite linear. Good communication is rational communication that helps us to find the truth in ideas. It's easy to see why so many philosophers, who were also interested in natural science and finding out how the world worked, were attracted to this school of thought. Later, medieval monks were also charmed by this classical idea of communication to reach the truth. It was, in their opinion, a way for pre-Christian Greeks and Romans to see the greater truth, of God. So even though they were not Christians, the writings of Plato and such were copied by Christian monks and have survived, while so many books of their contemporaries haven't. Usually we only know about these other books because Plato and such refer and react to them. The second school of Greek communication science was called Rhetorica, derived from the Greek rhetor, which means public speaker. Rhetorica taught the ability to perceive all means of persuasion in any given scenario, according to Aristotle in one of his books on the topic. So it was very much an applied science, where the practicality of theories decided their worth. The main purpose was not to find truth, but to persuade someone. So essentially, to make something seem like the truth, even though it wasn't. Proponents of this school were also called sophists, and were often attacked vehemently by natural philosophers like Socrates and Plato, who above else searched for the truth. Later, many sophist writing was purposely not copied by medieval monks for this same reason. Despite the disapproval among natural philosophers, Rhetorica was extremely popular in the classical world. Not only in Greece but in Rome too, the ability to win people over through speeches was crucial for political or social advancement. Caesar, Mark Antony, Octavian, they were all trained in and sometimes wrote about the art of persuasion. Usually they had studied the basics of Rhetorica in Greece itself. And luckily some books on Rhetorica did survive, most notably those by the Greek philosopher Aristotle and the Roman statesman Marcus Cicero. So what exactly did they teach? We'll talk about some basic rhetorical theory in the next section.